All right, hey everybody, welcome to this video where we're going to talk about Shopimetrics, which I built as a standalone SaaS software as a service, but it is free to Print on Demand Coach members. It's included with the membership. So my goal with Print on Demand Coach is to make it not only coaching community, but also give you the tools that you need to succeed. And this is a huge part of it. So the whole point of Shopimetrics is to keep track of your numbers in a way that's super easy, updated automatically, and no more spreadsheets. It used to be you'd have to go to like Shopify, you'd have to go to Facebook, you'd have to go to Printify, and you'd have to download spreadsheets or try to figure out what your cost for the day was or what your revenue was for the day and what all your fees were and all that good stuff. It's very difficult to do manually and very tedious. Like none of us started this business to become bookkeepers and look at all these accounting numbers that nobody wants to look at. What we really want to see is what I make, what I spend, what's my profit, what's my return on ad spend, what's my margin. Like those are the key indicators that we need. This is an ever-growing tool as well. Right now, it is Shopify, Printify, and Facebook ads, but I am expanding. I'm in the works to add Etsy to this, along with a couple of other print-on-demand suppliers that will automatically update as well. So it just eliminates everything. So the spreadsheet, this part is done. Scaling the wrong ads, hidden costs are ignored, decision paralysis, all that stuff. The difference between my program and the other ones like Triple Whale and some of the other kind of analytics tools out there is that I am actually a seven-figure print-on-demand seller, and I coded this. I built this because what's out there is not what I wanted. It didn't quite have everything that I needed, or it had too many features and too many weird things that I never used. So I wanted to simplify my life, and that's what I did. Once it's hooked up, it's very simple, transparent, profit clarity in plain English. There's automatic integrations with Facebook, Printify, Shopify, as well as I even added an AI coach on your data. So this coach works on your data, nobody else's, which is very cool. No other program has that I know of. And this is built for solos and small teams instead of like gigantic corporations. So the nice touch that I put in is the AI coach, which is trained on your store and your data. So you can ask it like, why did profit dip this week? Which campaign should I scale or kill today? What's my best profit margin last 30 days? I could have created all of the different reports that cover that, but I didn't. Instead, I let you ask what you want to know, and then the AI coach will go look at your data and get the answers for you. So it's very cool that way. It's everything you need, nothing you don't. One-click connections, nightly auto sync at 3 a.m., true profit and ROAS, clear time views, mobile friendly, of course, and the AI coach add-on. If you're not a print-on-demand coach member, it's $49 a month or $500 per year. And if you are, you get it for free. So how does it work? Basically, through the APIs of those programs, we pull the numbers in automatically. And this is the other thing, the different currencies. So for me personally, I'm in Canada. I sell in US dollars on my Shopify store. My ad account is in Canadian and my Printify account is in Canadian. So there was no other software out there that could handle that difference. Mine does. So I built it so that like if you're in New Zealand and you're selling in US dollars, but you're printifying your Facebook ads are in New Zealand dollars, this will be able to convert that so it displays correctly on your dashboard. So there's nobody else that does that. And as well as this, the percentage of revenue, which is a very cool little thing that I put in there. Like what is your Facebook ads percentage of revenue or Printify percentage of revenue, which are key metrics. And do you track shipping and fees and all that stuff? Yes, we track everything. What's the coach? It's your own personal assistant, your own personal dashboard that you can go and ask it anything. And if it can't give you an answer, let me know and I can program it to give it the tools to give you the answer. Does that cost extra? It's an optional add-on inside. To use it, you do need your own OpenAI key, which I explained fully how to get that. But it's very cheap, like super duper cheap. Like you'll spend less than $5-10 per month on the AI coach, depending on how heavy a user you are. The reason I went with that route with your own key is so that your data is completely private to you. I've also locked down the server like Fort Knox, so nobody can get in there. So your data is 100% secure. Everything's encrypted, and you cannot bust into my server no matter what. Are there hidden fees? No, everything is included. Who's it built for? Basically, Shopify print-on-demand sellers right now running ads with Facebook and Printify. Can you see historical data? Yep. What makes it different? Well, then from companies like Triple Whale. Well, Triple Whale is like a venture capital-backed direct-to-consumer brand with super complex setup and needs and pricing, which I didn't like. Like, if you're at this level, you pay this amount. If you're at that level, you pay this amount. If you go to this level, you pay that amount. I never really liked that, so I didn't want to do that. Can you cancel anytime? Sure. What if a company I work with is not integrated? So currently, as of shooting this video, it's Shopify, Facebook, and Printify, which is the core stack, but I'm always expanding, and I do take feature and integration requests from members. So if it's possible to connect to another platform, I'll add it in the future. So you can start, take back your time. Like I said, you didn't start your business to spend hours every month buried in spreadsheets. You started to create, sell, and scale, and this gives you profit clarity without accounting headache. Now, you're like, okay, that's cool. Can I see a demo? Absolutely. Click the view demo button, and then you'll be taken in here. Let me just load this up. I'm going to pause it for 1 second. Okay, here's just some demo data that I'm going to show. So we do have our dashboard. Once you log in, you'll see that Shopee is your AI, your account is there, your setup is there where you enter all your API keys, and there are your expenses as well. So like Shopify charges a monthly fee. Well, you want to add that in, and we accrue it on a daily basis. Okay, so any fees that you own, like apps for your store, you can add it in there. You can do the dark mode or the light mode. I prefer the dark mode personally. But anyway, here's the core part here. So these are yesterday's numbers in US dollars, which means like for me, my Facebook ad cost would be Canadian and Printify would be Canadian. It automatically converted it for me, which is very cool. So if I did $456 revenue on $125 ad cost and $189 in Printify costs, my profit was $141, my ROAS was 3.64, and my margin was 31%. My percentages are down here. 27% of my revenue went to Facebook ads, 41 went to Printify, and basically 0 went to other expenses. But this is how simple the dashboard is. But look at this. Then you go last 3 days, and you start to see some nice graphs. And I didn't put in trends because you can go to Shopee and you can say, how am I trending in the last 3 days for revenue? And it will go into your data and report back exactly how you're doing in the last 7 days and the last 14. Even the calendars in here, you can go and compare different periods using Shopee. So you can say, how's my revenue this week compared to last week? And it will pull the numbers for you and show you. So when you get into like a monthly number, it looks very cool because the numbers go up, of course. So let's say you did about 9,300 revenue, 2,600 went to Facebook ads, 3,800 went to Printify costs. Your profit and loss was 2,700 with 3.54 ROAS, and then basically a 30% margin, which is very healthy. And then your daily revenue, you can see all your numbers, how you're doing day by day, because in the print-on-demand world, numbers do not go up just linearly. And then you can see your cost for the day, and then you can even go to all time and you can look at those. So you can see your cost for all time. This one goes back to basically when I started the demo in July 26, but your numbers will be your numbers. All right. And you can also export your KPIs as a CSV down there. Now, if I wanted to switch that to Canadian, I just click that and it switches. So now it's showing in Canadian dollars converted from US to Canadian at 1.3932 as of September 29th. So actually we got to update that. That will update. I think it's just displaying the wrong number, but it will pull in like real-time exchange rates based on yesterday's numbers for you to do the exchanges. So we'll get that working. Euros it'll convert to, as well as that, and Australian. There's New Zealand. It just automatically converts everything. There we go. And all the way down. We've got everything in here. Everything you could possibly need. So the currency conversion was a huge part of this whole program for me, like I said. But there's Shopee too. It's not hooked up in here, but you can type anything you want. So like, how did my revenue compare this week to last week, and it'll answer you. I don't have it hooked up, but once the key's hooked up, because this is a demo, it will go into your data and it will answer that question right here. And you can talk to it about your data, about Printify, about Shopify, about Facebook. You can go in and ask it any questions. Very cool. There's the account set up there. So you have your subscription, your base currency that you're going to set, which will be the default on the main dashboard, as well as your time zone, because we're all in different time zones. And then your setup here, You're going to enter your Shopify key, your store domain, and your key, and then your Printify API token, your Facebook ads, ad account ID, and your system token, and then your OpenAI key. Now, I do have instructions on how to do all of these. The worst one to do, of course, is Facebook, because it's multiple steps where you have to like create a little fake app and then attach users to it and then generate a token for the app. It's honestly a pain in the butt to do it through Facebook, but I have walked through like 7-year-old people who have connected their Facebook ad account to Shopee. So it is possible. It's just Facebook is the worst. Printify is super easy. OpenAI is actually really easy. And Shopify is actually pretty simple as well. And then your expenses go here. So you can add in, like if you have Shopify or Klaviyo or whatever you want to do, the monthly amount, and then it will accrue it daily for you. So there is a lot more coming to the dashboard, a lot more coming to the system too. And the cool part is I do take requests. So if you're like, well, I want to see Klaviyo up here. Okay, well, I'll add it. If you want to see other print-on-demand suppliers, I can add them too. As long as they have an API and it's accessible, I can do it. And like I said, there's also plans to bring in Etsy, although Etsy is very stringent on their approvals for these API keys. I do have an approval now, but it's not for a commercial one. It's just for a personal one. So I've been tinkering with the back end. But once the Etsy one is hooked up, it'll be very cool. There is one limitation with Etsy too, in that they will not allow you to see the ad costs for some reason. So it's an incomplete picture. So any of the current Etsy analytic dashboards that are out there, they're actually missing the Facebook ad costs. Not Facebook, sorry, Etsy ad costs, unless that's changed recently. Hopefully they change it in the future, because it doesn't give you the full picture, unfortunately. But I understand that Etsy sellers need this too. So right now, it is Shopify, Printify, and Facebook ads, but more is being added. And the best part is, this system that you're looking at right now, you could purchase it individually if you want, but it is available for free to print-on-demand coach members inside the membership. Go there for details and you'll see. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. But Shopimetrics is one of my biggest tools that print-on-demand coach members get for free right now. There's more coming. If you have any questions, post them below, and have a great day.